everyone is telling you the same thing. Learn coding or learn digital marketing. But you know what? I have been there, I have done that. That's not all. There's a lot more that goes into the system that actually makes you a high valuable skill person, so that you can deliver real value and contribute in high stakes environment, especially in the corporate startups, businesses, and for the other founders who are really looking out for individuals. You know what I did? I researched and I found out the top 5 high paying skills, not learning which are going to cost you a fortune, because I have started from scratch. I have tried to learn graphic designing, video editing, content writing, copywriting, marketing, and whatnot. And eventually I found out what are the skills that actually make you a highly paid freelancer, no matter which niche you take. Now is the time that I finally figured out which are the skills which are actually going to help you get paid far more than what the other industries are offering to you. And trust me, I have been learning, unlearning, and trying to get my hands on so many skills since age 17. It has been 4 years for me trying my hands on everything and finally figuring out what is exactly that is working for me. And I would be open to give you exactly what you need to know about the industry and how to build a high paying skill that is going to land you amazing opportunities, that too working in your pajamas at home. You see, a lot of people will tell today to go ahead and learn skills like writing, copywriting, marketing, video editing, graphic designing, and whatnot. But you know what? That market is now crowded. It's very easy for a startup to now outsource this kind of skills that I just mentioned, which is why it's crucial for you to get a step ahead. The number 1 skill is prompt engineering. Yes, everyone has access to ChatGPT, but not everyone is making the best out of it. The reason being, AI is only as efficient as the prompt that you give it. And crafting the right kind of prompts that actually tell it exactly what it has to deliver is really not easy. And if you can get better at writing good prompts that actually prompt AI into delivering real value based on exactly what kind of outcome you want, you can become a prompt engineer. And a prompt engineer can 10x the output of an entire team by involving more and more AI tools and utilizing them to bring out maximum output of whatever input goes in. So how do you start? Forget everything and open ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini. All you need to do is to go to these platforms, prompt them very clearly about exactly what kind of thing you want it to deliver in terms of content, automation, workflow, whatever you want. If you have given it the right kind of prompt, if you have mentioned exactly the kind of details that you want it to deliver, it will make it happen without you having to waste hours and hours on doing the research and writing it all and making it all on your own. Trust me, I have automated 40% of my entire processes by involving AI and writing the right kind of prompts. It's going to solve a lot of the chaos that a business actually holds and helps form the right kind of workflows for actually every aspect. The number 2 skill is no-code automation. If you go to any kind of startup or business, almost each of them are jumping between Google Sheets, Google Docs, Notion, and a lot of different tools. Definitely they help in keeping data flow well, but they do not talk to each other, and that's where you can come in. What you need to do is to make a workflow, a CRM tool where they can manage almost everything and the tools talk to each other and basically form an ecosystem where things can be automated by ensuring that the redundant tasks get done by AI without you having to lift a finger. And trust me, this is the most valuable skill that startups are willing to pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees, because they really want to improvise the productivity, the output, and want to minimize the efforts that go into redundant tasks. You don't need to learn a lot of coding to be able to build such CRMs. In fact, you can build no-code CRMs by using tools like Zapier, Make, and a lot of such AI tools are available. All you need to do is to understand the workflow and make sure you are devising your own strategy so as to systemize the entire flow, and companies will be ready to pay whatever you ask for it. Because people are going to business schools and they are teaching them theories, and here is where you can command a higher step by building a tool that actually gets the work done for them. The number 3 skill is technical sales. No, you don't need to be a born salesperson to be able to crack it. All you need to do is to develop a curiosity to learn about what buyers look for when they are actually looking out for solutions to their problems. So if you can tap into understanding fields like AI, fintech or clean energy, you can actually get to understand exactly what are the things that are roadblocks to a lot of founders and how you can solve it for them. All you need to get better at is to understand the pain points of your target customer. Be open to hear them as much as is possible. Ask them a lot of questions that help them vent out exactly what is stopping them from taking the next leap. Trust me, it's not rocket science. All it takes is to understand buyer psychology a bit. You can read books like The Millionaire Fast Lane, $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy, and a lot of such business books which could help you amplify the way you see sales and marketing. Improving your skills of sales and marketing are definitely going to give you an upper edge, but you don't really need to spend months and months into learning it. You eventually get better at it. So if you're someone who is good with tech and combine it with your sales skills, you're definitely going to command the industry, and you can code whatever you want, and founders will be ready to pay you for that, because you are solving a lot of their problems by ensuring that you bring maximum value to them by converting the leads into paying clients, and that is something 100% of the startups need. If you're liking this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. That really helps me stay motivated and understand how much you're liking my content, and be open to drop your feedback or more such content topics if you want them in the comments below. Number 4 and very in-demand skill is data storytelling. If you have come across content now which start with a specific number and help you stay hooked till the end, you are definitely watching content that is based on data storytelling. Companies today have a lot of data, but what they lack is someone who can give that data a storytelling edge which can help them see what they are not seeing yet. You can take the numbers and show them exactly what has led to the decreased sales in the past months and what they can do to actually increase them. You can use data to show them exactly what are the things that have led to the downfalls or which have led to low paying clients coming in. All that you need is to understand data and to give it a storytelling element. And you do not need to be a pro at it. You can start by observing simple things and asking specific questions to yourself and even to the company about what are the things that they need to do out of watching that data, and companies are ready to pay whatever you want for it, because all that they want is for you to simplify the processes for them by removing the barriers for them. The single most takeaway you need out of this video is to make the company understand exactly what is making them lose customers and how they can observe data well to be able to understand what are the things that could lead them to increase their sales, marketing, and grab more eyeballs and thus revenue into their brand. Now comes the final and very important one: digital crisis response. Having your account banned, and a lot of such cyber attacks are actually happening, and especially founders, creators are annoyed of this, and they would not say a no to someone who can enter the system and show them exactly which areas are lacking and where they are leaving room for risks to enter the system and cause more chaos. If you can become someone who can solve it for them or show them the path, they will be willing to pay you a fortune. And trust me, you do not want to lose out on this skill. If you observe the pattern, you are trying to build hard skills while the industry wants soft skills from you, specific skills which can solve their redundant problems and simplify the workflow for them. Your experience doesn't matter, your degree doesn't matter. What matters is what value you are bringing to the table, what kind of problems you are helping companies solve, and if you can bridge that gap, you are going to be unstoppable. You don't need to learn a lot of skills. You need to learn one specific skill that is going to solve one specific pain point of your target audience, and consistently do it to become the top 1% at it. That's all that it takes to actually thrive by building a high-paying skill without having to rely on a 9 to 5 where you can be laid off just with a single message coming on your computer screen. The simple idea is to stop following the crowd and spot the real gaps in the industry to fill it in your own way. Yes, it is not going to be easy for you, but the more you simplify the process for companies, the more you are going to make money out of it.